All right, y'all. So I have a theory on how it is connected. So I'm gonna go through my notes straight through. So I watched it. At first, I didn't see a connection because I'm thinking that Fear Street 5, which is gonna be after this one, is gonna just start a new chapter from this, and that's what I thought at first, right? But then also I was trying to figure out why the woman from Conjuring, actress Lily Taylor, what was her role in this movie? What was she bringing to this? Because the way she walked in, you would have thought she was head security for the school or a chief detective or something, but the way she walked in and there were other dudes in all black walking in with her, I'm like, okay, she might be head school security, right? Now, Tiffany, the girl that kept disrespecting Lori, the main character, aka Prom Queen, Tiffany and her family might be connected to the curse or the tribe or the cult that is connected to the book of the curse book, okay, from the Fear Street movie. I feel as though this is connected to Fear Street Part 2, 1978. That is my theory. I think that that family was connected to that cave. That's why he was going through killing those kids because the dad tried to justify his actions. It was like, oh, I wanted my daughter to become prom queen. And the dude who was standing next to Lily Taylor's character, who walked in with her as security, quote unquote, he was like, oh my God, he was like, that's a mental case. And I'm like, this is similar to the third one when the dude had everybody tricked. And I think it was the officer at that time because he was also at the camp. Young Nick Good, right? How he already knew he was a part and everything. Okay, so that could be the twist. Like I feel like Tiffany's family are connected to 1978. Maybe her parents connected to 1978. Maybe they were on a camping trip years back before 78. Knew about the cave. Knew about that thing that was down there. I don't know. It's a theory. And then as life went on, they ended up having a daughter. Then we already passed 78. Now we in prom queen. Now it's saying that Fear Street Prom Queen is supposed to be dated in the 80s. So unless her parents were on those campgrounds back in the 60s when they were young and knew about it this whole time. But you also got to keep in mind what Nick was saying from Fear Street Part 2. What he was saying was, there has to be blood, there has to be sacrifice, people have to die, so on and so forth. I'm thinking that's what that was. That's why the dad was going through doing all those killings, and in return, his daughter becomes prom queen, and they would have been able to get away with it had he successfully killed Lori. But yeah, something like that. So that is my theory. I'm thinking this is connected to 1978. That is my theory because we have to think about it. 1978. That's not the only time those were campgrounds. They had camp years before that, like 76, 77, 75, 70, 71. As a counselor, you return every single year. So it wouldn't make sense for it to be, oh, everything just happened in 78 and it was their first year. No, they had camp prior to. It's just that everything just broke loose and the killings happened in 1978. That was my theory. Y'all are welcome to correct me or share your thoughts in the comment section, but we're going to get into these reviews. I didn't feel like doing my hair. I didn't. And it's late. I just got off. So, all right. So we're going to start off with the Reddit. I'm halfway through and I'm so amazed how terrible this movie is. How bad could you possibly make a movie? And somebody was like, where are all the other actors? So a lot of people are thinking that they're going to see the same actors from the previous ones, like 78. And I believe it was the third one as well. But that didn't end up happening, which is why I'm thinking this will be a new chapter where 5 just picks up from 4 only to go over what that curse was that appeared next to the dead mom's face, right? Now, someone said, nope, I don't think that's possible. Fear Street Prom Queen is set in 1988, which is years before the events of Part 3, 1994. At that point in the timeline, the Goods still had the ritual book, so there's no way Tiffany's mom could be connected to whoever took it later on. The timeline just doesn't line up. So this person felt like, honestly, Prom Queen feels more like a standalone slasher. But could the Goods been working with other families? Like they were at the top of the totem pole, and then there were families like that were cultivated under the Goods to continue the work of the Goods, while the main person of the Good did the main work in the tavern. That is my theory. Now we want to look at Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I wanted to make sure my mic was on because I did not check. Okay, 27% for Prom Queen. That is low, and 28% for Pop Cometer. And the reviews are bad. There's a lot of limb serving as such, but Fear Street Prom Queen never rises above its pedestrian concept. While the identity of the villain knocking off the Prom Queen candidates is obvious, there's just so many negative comments. I'm not going to be able to go through this. Um, Another generic soulless slasher for this streaming era. I bet they had like a gay couple in there. This movie, it'd be like, would be winning an Academy Award. It's like, no, I'm joking. But I'm just saying. But yeah, it was a lot of negative reviews. So I'm still also want to know what they meant by someone had to stick up for somebody because of their death. I'm thinking Lori's situation. I'm thinking we're going to dive more into that. That didn't happen. So I feel like this is just a standalone and it's just going to pick up into something else. But that's if it, get its views and people are liking it. So outside of that, if you have not seen it already, Fear Street Prom Queen is available on Netflix. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you on the next video.